Hello, everybody, and welcome to another update on Cyclone Herold. This is the radar off of Nadi Airport over on the island of Levu of Fiji. And you can see, of course, the eye really pronounced on radar. And you can make out that gap, that little kind of moat, as it were, and the southern part of the southern quadrant of the storm there in the eye wall, which usually is indicative of some dry air being entrained into the eye. And if that's the case, hopefully that's able to weaken the storm before it impacts the island of Viti Levu and then also the Kadavu Island to itself down there. Hopefully that's the case. Here's a stationary loop here, not a stationary loop. That's just a stationary image rather. You can see it's been trying to kind of fight off that dry air there. You can see some more rain trying to develop to its southern part. Whether or not it's gonna fight it off before it makes landfall on the island of Kadavu will remains to be seen. You guys in V2 Levu are probably going to be the southern part of V2 Levu, I must say, are probably going to be slammed by the eye wall. I don't know about the eye necessarily, but I think you guys are going to be hit by the eye wall. You guys in Kadavu Island, of course, are going to be under the gun from this because both the JTWC and the Tonga Meteorological Agency forecast the eye to go right over the island of Kadavu, unfortunately. Here's a composite view of all three radars going on at the same time. The two on V211 and the one on that island there, and I believe that's called the Labasa radar over there. Could be saying that wrong. And unfortunately, it looks like they've been having technical difficulties, so that's why they've been going in and out like that. And speaking of the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, this is what the cone looked like last night. If you remember, you can see how it's kind of going south of Fiji and then also south of Tonga. And we were hoping that the storm would get farther south with time, but unfortunately that didn't happen. So overnight, the storm took a little bit of a jog to the north, and now Fiji is more under the gun than it was yesterday, and Tonga is also more at risk than it was yesterday. And both the island of Viti Levu, and Kadavu Island, and also Tonga are going to be, looks like according to this graphic, in the radius of typhoon force or cyclone force winds. This means winds in excess of, I believe, 64 knots, which that would be 74 miles per hour, if I'm not mistaken. So good thing though is that the storm's gonna be moving faster with time. It's gonna be bad in terms of preparation, but good in terms of how affected the islands get. So it's not gonna be what it did over here, like you see in Vanuatu. It's not gonna just linger around there and slow down. It's gonna be speeding up with time. So that's good for just to lessen the damage and bad, also because it gives you guys less lead time. Of course, you guys in Fiji, if you haven't prepared or haven't taken shelter at this point in time, you need to be doing that right now because the conditions are going to be worsening on these two islands, especially in Viti Levu and in Kadavu Island. Tonga, you have a little bit more time to prepare for the storm. So if you haven't prepared already, do it now. Don't wait, and you'll you'll get the storm sometime tomorrow. See what the graphic says. You see it, you're gonna get the storm sometime tomorrow, probably early tomorrow morning, your time. Here's the radar. I mean, here's not the this is not the radar. This is the satellite look at the storm. You can see what it's looked at, visible. You could kind of make out the eye there. It's kind of hard to see if it's clouded over like it was yesterday, but it could still make it out. I hope here on the satellite view. And you can see when as the sun came over the storm, it's been trying to burst convection over itself to try to minimalize the dry air getting into its eye and its core, trying to weaken it, which is of course not good for the island of Fiji. And here's the loop, the IR loop over the past 3 hours here. I'll slow it down a little bit for you guys. You can just see over the past 3 hours it's been just disheveled and just kind of ripped apart due to dry air being able to get into the eye and weaken it, thankfully. You could see that on IR here. Uh, see on the radar. If you go back to radar, you could see on the radar that gap in the radar. And you can also able to see it on the satellite, and you can see it better a little bit on this imagery here. This is the water vapor imagery. This is off of Himawari 8. The past ones were off of GOES 16, which had a little bit of a worse view of it, and Himawari 8 has a little bit of a better view for the time being. Um, so you can see a little bit better. Let me stop the loop here. I love this loop because it has a wide view. You can see over to Vanuatu where it was earlier, all that dry air, which is what killed it in the first place after it passed Vanuatu, was that dry air getting entrained in the eye, and it couldn't fight it off, so it kind of weakened over the past 3 hours, which is good. Um, But you can see it's been trying to burst convection around its eye to try to minimize the impact of dry air in the core. And you can quite clearly see where that little gap is right there on the satellite. You can also see it on the radar there, where the dry air has been trying to get into, if it hasn't gotten there in there already and weakened the storm. So hopefully the dry air keeps trying to get into the storm and weaken it more. But like you see on radar, it looks like it's been trying to fight it off. So we'll time to remains to be seen if it fights it off or not. Here's the look at the Tonga meteorological agency forecast cone for the storm. You can see it have it going right over the island of Gaddafi, which you can't see because it's going right over the island there. And then of course you guys over in Viti Levu are going to be impacted by the gusts of at least 88 kilometers an hour. And of course Tonga later down the line is also going to be impacted by those wind gusts. Unfortunately, destructive wind gusts. Um, to go look at the model track guidance really quick, you could see most of them are, well, pretty much all of them are in fairly good agreement. There's the GFS and NavGem and then the CMC model there highlighted in their respectful colors. You can see they have pretty much all of them have it go right over the island of Kadavu. V2 Levu looks to be spared, but like I said, you guys are probably going to be getting into the eye wall. So the southern part of the island, I must say, is going to be getting into the eye wall, but it looks a bit on radar. So you guys need to be taking a storm seriously. Don't fool around in it. And of course, later down the line, when it goes to Tonga, you guys can see how close it gets to the island of Tonga there. And there's the Google Map view of the island of Kadavu. You can see it right there. It's going to go both the JTWC and then the Tonga Meteorological Agency both want the storm to go over. Both have the storm go over the island of Kadavu, unfortunately, and then the eye wall will probably scrape the southern coast of Viti Levu, unfortunately. Let me look back through my tabs and see if I've forgotten anything. This is just the old uh, little loop here of the storm. And you can see it, the dry air got entrained into the eye. It came in and just got entrained into the eye, and it was just kind of game over for the storm at that point in terms of its Category 5 intensity. It lost it. And again, here's the composite view using the 3 radars on the island nation of Fiji, 2 of them on Vitu Levu Island and the one over on this island too, which I forgot the name of. But both of these ones on the other radar is not the natty radar, but the other one seems to be having some technical issues, so that's why they keep on going in and out, unfortunately. And natty radar is still going strong, and hopefully it doesn't get destroyed in the cyclone. So I think that's about it for now. Um, I'm gonna leave you guys with this satellite loop here. In summary, you guys in Fiji need to be taking shelter now, especially in islands of Vitu Levu and I forgot the other name of that. Kadavu and Vitu Levu need to be taking shelter. You guys, and especially in southern Vitu Levu, you need to be taking shelter now if you haven't already. It's too late to be doing any preparations of any sort now at this point because the conditions are going to be degrading from here on out. You guys are already getting the rain bands right now from the thing. And you guys in Tonga down here need to be taking preparations if you haven't already. Take your cyclone precautions rather now if you haven't already. And you're gonna have a little bit of a shorter. The time's gonna be running out for you guys soon, so you gotta take your precautions now, and then quickly get into shelter. So hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you guys are. Stay safe, and see you guys on the next update. Peace.